After processing it gives output. It has high memory capacity and it can perform a variety of work at a very high speed. Input: the data or information given by a user to computer through any input device is called input. Input may be sound, text, image, direction, identification mark, etc. Input device: the device from which user can give data and information to a computer is called input device. Example: keyboard, mouse, scanner, web camera, MICR, magnetic ink character reader used in bank, OMR, optical mark reader used in examination, VCR, barcode reader, microphone, light pen, etc. Output: the data or information given by computer to computer user on any output device is called output. Output device: the device from which user can take data and information is called output device. Monitor, printer, speaker are example of output device. Input-output device: the device that works for both input and output purpose is called I/O device. Example: modem, touchscreen monitor. Application of computer: in all types of official work, for all types of research work, in publication, in education, in communication, in film, special effect, online job work, supermarketing, etc. Characteristics of computer: high working speed, high memory capacity, versatility, variety of work, accuracy, no feeling, having no intelligence. Classification of computer: classification of computer on the basis of cost, capacity, size and speed. Microcomputer: these type of computer are called personal computer as it is single usage system, that is only one person, single person can work at a time. These computers are home computer, PC, personal computer, laptop. Mini computer, mainframe computer, supercomputer. Types of computer on the basis of signal: digital computer, analog computer and hybrid computer. Digital computer: these computers convert the data into digitals and then count the number that represent numbers, letters or other special symbols. Mostly these computers are used for business and scientific purpose. Example: PC, PCXT, PC80, etc. Analog computer: a computer designed to respond to an infinite number of variation and signals. It operates by measuring rather than counting. These computers are used mostly in engineering and scientific calculations. Example: thermometer, speedometer, etc. Hybrid computer: a computer which processes the features of both analog and digital computer are called hybrid computer. It allows the user to process both continuous and discrete information. It is used mostly for machine or for individual process control in plants. Example: ECG, ICU, etc. Processing unit: this unit is responsible for taking input and after processing it give output. It contains main two units: microprocessor, memory unit. Microprocessor: it is the brain of computer which fetches the instruction at very fast. It decodes the data and after decoding it sends the decoded data to any other unit for further processing. It is also called as CPU, Central Processing Unit. It is developed by Tendhoff of Intel company in 1969 but it was introduced in the market in 1971. The name of the first processor was 4004 Intel processor, which is Intel processor. After 4004, many processors were developed by Intel company. They were as follows: 8085, 8088, 80,186, 80,286, 80,386, 80,486, Pentium, Pentium Pro, Pentium 2, Pentium 3, Pentium 4, Pentium Core 2 Duo, Pentium Duo 2, etc. It contains main two units, ALU, CU. ALU, arithmetic and logical unit. It takes the data from primary memory and after calculation it sends the result to primary memory. CU, control unit. It controls all the units connected to PC. It does not take part in data processing job. Memory unit. It is that part of computer system which store data and information, temporary as well as permanently. There are two types of memory units: internal memory, primary memory; external memory, secondary memory. Internal memory, it stores data and information on temporary basis because it stores the data in the form of electric charge. It is also called as volatile memory. There are two types of internal memory, RAM and ROM. RAM, it is it stands for random access memory. Its full form is random access memory. It accesses the data and information directly from the memory location. It is read and writes memory. It is also called user memory. The board RAM is mostly associated with volatile types of memory such as DRAM memory modules, where the information is lost after the power is switched off. Example: SRAM, DRAM, SDRAM, EDORAM, BRAM, GDRAM, flash RAM, etc. ROM. Its full form is read-only memory. It stores the data and information permanently as long as computer battery is on. It is non-volatile memory. It stores the firmware program. Read-only memory is a class of storage media used in computers and other electronic devices. Because data stored in ROM cannot be modified, at least not very quickly or easily. It is mainly used to distribute firmware software that is very closely tied to specific hardware and unlikely to require frequent updates. Example: PROM, EPROM, UVEPROM, etc. Secondary memory. It stores the data and information permanently because it stores the data in the form of magnetic charge and bits and lands. Example: floppy disks, CDs, DVDs, hard disks are the secondary memory. Floppy disks. A floppy disk is a data storage medium that is composed of disks of thin, flexible, floppy magnetic storage medium encased in a square or rectangular plastic cells. Floppy disks are read and written by floppy disk drive or FDD, the initials of which should not be confused with fixed disk drive, which is another term for a number removable type of hard disk drive invented by IBM. Floppy disks in 8-inch 200 mm, 5 1/4 inch, 133 1/3 mm, and 3 1/2 inch 90 mm formats enjoyed many years is a popular and ubiquitous form of data storage and exchange from the mid-1970s to the late 1990s. The earliest floppy disks invented at IBM were 8 inches in diameter. They became commercially available in 1971. Disks in this form factor were produced and improved upon by IBM and other companies such as Memorex, Sogart Associates, and Bureau corporations. A BASF double density 5 1/4 inch Dixtel. In 1976, Sogart Associates introduced the first 5 1/4 inch FDD and associated media. By 1978, there were more than 10 manufacturers producing 5 1/4 inch FDDs in competing physical disk formats: hard sectored 90 KB and soft sectored 110 KB. The 5 1 by 4 inch formats quickly displace the 8 inch for the most application, and the 5 1 by 4 inch hard sectors disk format eventually disappeared. Throughout the early 90s, the limitation of 5 1 by 4 inch format was starting to become clear. Originally designed to be a smaller and more practical than the 8-inch format, the 5 1 by 4 inch system was itself too large, and as the quality of recording media grew, the same amount of data could be placed on the smaller surface. Citation needed. Number of solutions were developed with drives 8 in 2 inch, 2 1 by 2 inch, 3 inch, 3 1 by 2 inch, 50, 60, 70, and 90 mm, all being offered by various companies. Citation needed. They all shared the number of advantages over the older formats, including a small form factor and rigid case with the slidable write protection tab. The almost universal use of the 5 1 by 4 inch format made it very difficult for any of these new formats to gain any scientific market share. Read-write head access window program. It is a set of instructions arranged in a logical manner to solve a particular type of task. What is hardware? The physical component of a computer that can be touched or seen are called hardware. What is liveware? One who uses the computer is called liveware. What is software? It is a set of programs. There are three types of software: application software, utility software, system software. Application software, those type of software which tell the computer to perform specific type of tasks. Example: Tally, PageMaker, Photoshop, Corel, Word, Excel, etc. Utility software, those type of software which are used to maintain computer as well as software. Example: antivirus, disk cleanoff, disk defragment, etc. System software, it is set of control program which controls software as well as hardware. It acts as a linker between user and system. It is the first program which is loaded into the computer system. It creates a platform on which other software runs. It is also called as operating system, in short operating system OS. There are two types of OS: single user OS, multi-user OS. Single user OS, in this type of OS only one user can interface with it at a time. There are two types of single user OS: single user OS, single tasking OS, single user multitasking OS, single user single tasking OS. In this type of OS, only one user can perform only one task at a time. Example: MS-DOS. Single user multitasking operating system. In this type of OS, only one user can perform more than one task at a time. Example: Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows ME, Windows XP, Windows Vista, etc. Multi-user OS. In this type of OS, more than one user can interface with it at a time. Example: Unix, Linux, Novel, VAX, etc. Function of operating system: device management, file management, memory management, command checking, time sharing. System paths: the files of operating system are called a system file. It is also called bootable file. Name of system file: io.sys, ms.sys, command.com. System disk: the disk that contains system file is called system disk. It is also called bootable disk. What is booting? The successful loading of OS operating system from secondary memory to primary memory is called booting. There are two types of booting: cold booting, warm booting. Cold booting: when computer is started using power button after turn off the system is called cold booting. Warm booting: when computer is restarted after hang state of computer, then this process is called warm booting. Post: power on self-test, bootstrap program, boot sector. Technical information of disks: iu.sys, min.ini, sys.ini, ms.sys, ms-dos.sys, config.sys, command.com, autoexec.bat. Device driver: it is a program for device which are used by operating system so that the OS operates and control the device that attached to the system. There are two types of device driver: installable device driver, residential device driver. Installable device driver: the program for those devices which are loaded by the user is called installable device driver. For example, device driver for scanner, printer, web camera, etc. Residential device driver: the program for those which are already available with the operating system is called residential device driver. For example, device driver for mouse, keyboard, memory, etc. Post: power and self-test: it is a collection of test program which test various functional units of PC, personal computer, and verifies whether they are working properly or not. It starts automatically whenever the PC started or reset. The idea behind this is gaining confidence with the hardware before using it. In order to start the post successfully, certain minimum hardware should be working properly. They are referred to as IPL, initial program loader hardware. The IPL hardware includes power supply, microprocessor, RAM, ROM, BIOS, ROM, address decoder, PCB, and all the concerned ICs. If any of IPL hardware should have any problem, then any of following will be happen. Post does not start at all. Post starts but lose its control. Post starts not from the correct point. Post has been designed in such a way so that it gives message to user to identify the error. Hang, speaker beep, error code, detail error message. Disk management: disks, data area, system area, boot sector, FAT, RDE, code area, data area. Data area of disk: it contains data file. System area: it is the most important area of the disk that contains full technical information about the disk as well as files. It contains main three areas: boot sector, FAT, right, RD, FAT, RD. Boot sector: the starting sector of disk is called boot sector. It contains following information in the code area: disk size, disk type, disk format identification, disk capacity, total number of track, total number of sector, total number of sector per track, total number of head, total number of plate, total number of FAT copies, total number of RD, total space occupied by each FAT. Whereas in data area of boot sector contains bootstrap loader program. FAT, its full form is file allocation table. It contains full technical information about the disk space. Vacant area of the disk, use area of the disk, bad area of the disk, reserve area of the disk, linked list of the file. RDE, full form of RDE is root directory entry. It contains full technical information about the file name, file size, file creation date, file creation time, file type, file attribute, starting address of file. Computer networking. Computer networking is the form of computer communication through which the data and information from of one computer has been transferred to another computer. We can also share the component printer, hard disks connected with the computer system. It is possible within a room, building, city to city or country to country. Every computer network is controlled by server. Server allows the exchange of data from one computer to another computer. The computer net connected to the server is called nodes or clients or workstation. Each computer is connected to each other with the help of communication media is called coaxial cable, microwaves, optical fiber cable, and satellite. There are three types of networking: LAN, MAN, WAN. Local area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network. Advantage of computer networking: sharing of information, lost cost of data transfer rate, sharing of computer components, equipments, multimedia transfer, data and information are available at instant. Disadvantage of computer networking: data will not secure, complexity, high cost of installation charge, topology. It is a way of connecting the computers to each other. There are three types of topology: linear bus topology, ring topology, star topology. To another type of topology, mesh topology, tree topology. Computer language: everyone needs a language to communicate with the person so that we can express our thoughts before someone. The media of communication is the language. Computer also needs a language to communicate with the users. These language is also called computer language. There are three level of computer language, or we can say language processor. Machine level language, low level language, high level language. Machine level language: all the instructions are in the form of 0 and 1. Computer does not need the translator to convert the machine language. The program of machine language is very fast in execution. It is very difficult to find error in machine level program. Low level language: the instructions of low level language are in the form of PO and pre-rand code. Computer does not understand the program of low level language, so computer needs translator to convert low level language into machine language. High level language: the instructions of high level language are in the form of English word, but it uses its own grammatical rules and regulation. Computer also needs a translator. Translator: it is a program which translates high level language and low level language into machine language. There are three types of translator: compiler, interpreter, and assembler. Compiler: it translates high level language into machine level language. Interpreter: it translates high level language into machine level language line by line. It translates low level language into machine level language. Different between interpreter and compiler: interpreter reads the source code line by line and displays the output of that line if the line is error free, otherwise it stops the execution of the program. Whereas compiler reads the source code at a time and displays the output if the program is error. Compiler is faster than interpreter. Computer virus: it is a computer program which knows how copy itself and attach to any other program. It remains dormant whenever the user does not strike the virus test file. The spread through floppies, internet, download program, email, and sharing of software. Virus can be removed by using antivirus software, and viruses also scanned by using antivirus. Antivirus can perform several operations such as it detects the type of virus, it detects the virus affected file name, it scans it scans the name of virus, it removes the virus if it can. Viruses can be classified into main three groups: Trojan horse virus, time and logic bomb virus, militia, and SKA virus. Name of the virus: antivirus software: NVClean, Norton antivirus, AVG antivirus, Panda antivirus, PCCI line antivirus, McAfee Wild antivirus, Anti-Trojan antivirus, SmartCap antivirus, Avira antivirus, Kaspersky antivirus, QuickHeal, Avast. Symptoms of virus, that is presence of virus on the computer system. Computer begin to run slow. File name has been changed automatically. File size has been changed automatically. File has been deleted automatically. Unusually message on computer screen. Computer hang. Name of some virus: birthday virus, Friday virus, allergy virus, Sorcam virus, black worm. MS-DOS. Its full form is Microsoft DOS operating system. It is a single tasking operating system. It provides CUI character user interface environment. It was developed by Tim Peterson of SCP company in 1980. But in July 1981, the Microsoft company purchased SCP-DOS from SCP company and introduced in the market in August 1981 with its new name MS-DOS 1.0. What is command? It is predefined words that perform predefined tasks. An instruction that DOS and Windows execute from the command line or from a patch file. There are two types of command: internal command, external command. Internal command, those commands which are loaded into the computer during the booting of computer system into the internal memory. These commands cannot be seen through dir command. The definition of these commands are stored into a single file, command.com. A command or internal commands are a part of DOS command.com file. If you delete command.com, you can no longer command DOS to do anything at the command line. Example: cls, vol, vir, var, date, time, copy, ran, rd, cd, md, etc. External command, those commands which are loaded into the internal memory when it is called. These can be seen through dir command. Each external command has separate file for its definition. Each external command, such as format, xcopy, and backup, resides in its own file in the DOS directory. If any of those files are deleted accidentally or purposefully, you can still execute all of DOS internal commands and any external commands that are still left on disk. Example: Xcopy find DOSK fdisk.